Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 17. Yes, last time we saw how all the news about Hughes just went down on our protagonists and the Elric brothers, and of course that includes Winry, even, well, you get it. And yes, this is still a very hard episode to watch. Not as previous one, but it's still hard because the memory of the death of this amazing character is still with you. And as I said during my previous review, during my previous commentary, yes, this is something that this anime does very well. That it doesn't forget about his past characters. No, those are maintained, those are here, and all the actions that they took have consequences. Obviously, the biggest the action, the biggest the consequence. But yes, this is something fascinating. And of course, we're starting to see the plan of the homunculus getting into action, which is something very exciting but very frightening for our heroes. But anyway, I think I'm speaking way too much in this presentation, so yeah, let's just cut all of these and watch the video, shall we? Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the 17 episode of the series. And yes, I am very suspicious. But before that, obviously, I am going to say this because, yeah, this is kind of new to me still. I am not going to do a synopsis of the episode because, yeah, that takes way too long and sometimes I tend to forget the stuff I really need to speak about. So, yeah, no synopsis, but trying to just to get the scenes that really caught my attention. Anyway. Just like last episode, this one started kind of slow, in the same, but not in the same way, but in a very kind of depressing way, let's say. In the last one, we saw how they didn't know about the death of Hughes, and that was, yeah, kind of depressing when they find out, and that is when they explode everything. And in this one is obviously with Lieutenant Ross, that she has been found guilty, and well, in the first scene is still not completely well set, but yeah, the way the military police is behaving in her interrogation was pretty obvious that the only thing they wanted is to find someone guilty. In this case, this is the best way they could do it because, yeah, there were witnesses who saw her leaving the crime scene. Yeah, thanks to the ability of Envy to change his appearance or her appearance. I don't know. And yes, but the rest is again not very solid proof. Well, the bullet that was shot and everything else. That yes, even one of the companions of the lieutenant, or it's Lieutenant Ross, was saying, "No, but I actually shoot that too," but they don't listen. And this is a conversation we saw with the Major Armstrong. And after that, we return to a kind of peaceful moment with the Elric brothers before the storm. And this is a very quiet moment. And this is why this anime is very hard for me to react, because I tend to feel the quiet moments with my own voice, even when it's not appropriate. Because, yeah, in my mind, I have to say something and there is not a reaction, because obviously I cannot pretend a fake reaction when there is nothing there but a quiet moment. And I try to do that, which is obviously not appropriate, but it's something I tend to do. I don't know why, but I tend to do this. And now, after that quiet moment that was important for the relationship between Al, Ed, and of course Winry, we get more about the Barry the Chopper, the armor that now is Barry the Chopper. And this is when everything starts to escalate, that everybody starts to figure out that yes, they have just made her guilty, in this case Ross, and everything is crumbling down, especially because this is something very important to the colonel, to Mustang. And of course, his men are trying to say, yeah, this is important, we must inform him that perhaps this is the one guilty, or this is something we need to look for ourselves, because we don't trust the investigation from the other part of the government, because again, this is a very convoluted plot, but it makes sense then to the extension of the episodes. And of course, this is when I am completely in doubt about it. I don't know for this moment if Barry the Chopper acted alone or acted with somebody else, in this case with Mustang. I am not sure, because both possibilities are very, very high for everything that surrounds Mustang, because he wants to give his own investigation, because he doesn't trust the other investigators, because he knows that the government is, well, corrupted, and they only want to hide something else, hide the truth. And this is something that Mustang knows, and Mustang is very intelligent. And what I find suspicious is the way that Barry rescues Ling, I think it is his name, or Xing, I don't remember his name, just because he is from the east. And then of course he goes to rescue Ross, because perhaps he wants a challenge, and Ross gave him a challenge. But still, again, the possibility is that actually the colonel was who sent him there. They rescue her, and yes, again, combining comedy and kind of the pressure of a escape from prison, and yeah, this is a very funny moment, and this is when they give the order to, well, either capture her, or if she resists, kill her. Now this is when everything is even more complicated. The Elric brothers found them. They found them. And of course, nobody knows whose side they are. Barry doesn't know and starts to attack because he wants to protect Ross in this case. I don't know if I should call her Lieutenant or just Ross, Maria Ross. But anyway, let's call her Ross for now. And she kind of escaped, but of course the encounter with Mustang is something different. And we are kind of left in the shadows here. We don't know exactly, because we have seen this. We have seen people kill on screen, but we don't see that kill on screen right now. We saw the fire, we saw the flame above, we saw the flame that was caused in this moment. But we don't know anything else. We don't know if Rose is alive. We don't know if she's dead. Everything is pointing toward that she's dead. Because yes, Mustang is called and he wanted vengeance for his friend. But again, Mustang is a lot more than just that. And I don't think he will be just satisfied with that. Because he doesn't want the low-ranking assassin. He wants everybody else. And this is why I found it suspicious. That actually that is not Ross. Ross is still alive. And this is coming from a pure side of speculation. Because as I said in previous episodes, I don't remember much that happened after the death of Hughes. I don't recall a lot of stuff after that. And I am 99% sure that this is an episode I haven't seen. I don't know if they didn't put this on the previous series, or I just forgot. But I find it very suspicious, especially with the interaction between Armstrong, Mustang, and the Doctor. I find everything very suspicious. And especially what happened after that. That yes, the homunculus are saying, oh, we'll deal with that. Mustang is happy because he killed the assassin, and etc, etc, etc. But Lost is again not that easy to convince. And yes, again, the leave of absence of Hawkeye is again suspicious. Yes, you can say, oh, because she's angry with the colonel and she wants to refresh her mind or calm herself or whatever. But again, everything is very suspicious here. And then, of course, the other guess, everything that is kind of turning around in this moment. The activity that immediately that Mustang does, calling what it looks like his sweetheart, which again is something very suspicious, especially for the conversation that we hear. And then, of course, the fact that Armstrong destroys or damages the automail of Ed, and he just takes Ed alone towards the east. And the fact that the colonel knows about this. The homunculus are still doing their move, and they send a plot twist. The real body, I don't know if it's the reconstructed body of Barry the Chopper, or the real body that just kind of, they revive like an animal. I don't know. I still don't know in this case. And that is the episode. Again, I find it very suspicious, the attitude of everybody. Because again, this anime has shown us that we should not just get ourselves being dragged by the first or the front appearance of things. This is something that we have seen in this anime. So that's why I'm very suspicious. I still think that Ross is alive. And Mustang is doing something to get a better information about what is going on within the military high rankings. Yes, I don't buy that for a thing. Mustang is not that hot-headed. That is why I'm holding that thought. And again, this is not something that I know. I'm pretending to not know. This is not something that, oh yeah, he knows. He have watched the anime. No, this is genuinely a surprise for me. Everything that is happening like 2 or 3 episodes ago are a surprise for me. I do not remember a lot of the stuff that happens. Hell, I don't even remember the ending of the original series. And I don't know if it's changed within this one or is equal. I don't know. I think it's different because, yeah, the manga went kind of slow in that moment and they have to fill the anime with bullcrap. So yes, this was a fascinating episode. This was a very suspicious episode. And again, the change of pacing. First kind of calm down but depressing side, and then the action pack and combine it with humor and giving you a ray of hope and etc, etc. Yeah, it's, again, this is one of my favorite animes, and yes, I said that a lot, but that doesn't change the fact that it's one of my favorites. But yes, I have nothing else to say. I think I did a good job trying to explain what I wanted to say, so I hope you enjoy it, and as always, thank you for your attention, and see you on the next one. Bye!
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, give it a like, so the algorithm from YouTube will help me out. And check my other videos, share them, and also why not subscribe to my channel and join this community. And as always, I want to thank you for your attention, your likes, and even your dislikes, your comments, which is something I always look forward to read. And yeah, once more, thanks and see you on the next one.